Woo! What's up, everybody? This is Dustin with Macros Coach LLC and MacrosCoach.com. We are here back in Columbus, Ohio for the Arnold Classic. We'll be here at the Find Apparel Company booth 625. Last time we were here back in 2015 as an amateur competitor. Competed in Class A Men's Elite Division and got 5th place as a 100% natural athlete, flexible dieter. Now, what is flexible dieting? It's learning how to mix and match a variety of healthy foods to fit your present macro and micronutrient requirements. Carbs, proteins, and fats, and of course all your vitamins and minerals for proper health and sense of well-being. Now, the key is to eat as much and high nutrient-dense foods as possible. I like to call it the 80-20 rule. 80% or higher of your foods coming from high nutrient-dense whole foods, and then 20% or less coming from low nutrient-dense foods, such as your traditional maybe snacks or favorite desserts. This way approach teaches more of a sustainable long-term approach, and you're less likely to cheat and binge eat down the road. When you restrict your body of certain foods, especially certain nutrients your body needs for proper cellular function, proper energy, and proper bodily function, that's when a lot of things can actually start to go downhill over time and start to affect your hormone levels. So I believe in a true balanced nutritional approach. If you truly have some medical issues, that's a totally different ballgame. But ultimately, it's all about having a balanced intake of macronutrients, carbs, proteins, and fats, along with those micronutrients for proper sense of well-being. Now, like I said, we are back here at the Arnold Classic here in Columbus, Ohio. The last time I was here was back in January of 2015, where I competed as an amateur in Class A Men's Physique Division and actually got 5th place. Now, that probably was one of the most funnest preps I'd ever done. I've done 21 shows, and I think that was my number 12. I remember when I even got into competing, I thought, man, I'd love to go to the Arnold. I'd love to go to the Olympia one day just to be a spectator. So when I got an opportunity to not only go to the Arnold to be a spectator, but also to compete, man, I was just thrilled. I got the acceptance letter of December 14th of 2014. I believe that, without looking at the map or calendar, I think that's about 12, 13 weeks out. The show, I competed actually on Friday, March 6th, so obviously March 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th was the event, but I competed on a Friday, March 6th. So I believe that was somewhere around 12 weeks out. So when I got that acceptance email saying I was qualified to compete at the event, I was more than excited. So with that, I actually had zero expectations for the show. Zero. I just was excited to go, and just to compete was even better. So that was probably the first show that I actually did. I literally 100% cross the board IIFYM flexible dieting. I didn't do it the most healthiest way because honestly I didn't really care about food choices at that time. I just wanted to experience a full prep without worrying about restricting my body of any foods. So I can remember during that prep, I started at about maybe around 3,300 calories, give or take. I don't know what the carbs and protein and fats were at that time off the top of my head. Over the next month, maybe 6 weeks or so, till January 25th, I slowly would tailor my fats and carbs down until I got to about, I can remember, around 2,300 calories. And then January 25th, okay, let me take you back. I started at about 170 something pounds, and I got down to about 165.3 as of January 25th. 6 weeks left to the show. On January 25th, I remember it just like it was yesterday. I happened to go over my macros a little bit. I went over a little bit of carbs, woke up the next morning, and I had dropped a little bit of weight. Got a little leaner based on some photos I compared. So I, at that time, had only heard and read and done research on reverse dieting. Now, what is reverse dieting? Simply reverse dieting back up in calories, primarily after being in a caloric deficit for a period of time. Primarily adding calories coming from carbs and fats primarily, again, over a period of time. And the goal is to be able to eat as much calories as possible without putting on any body fat at all. This also helps build up definitely a healthy metabolism and allows you to continue to increase your strength, build some lean muscle, and even possibly lose some body fat at that. Now, give or take who you are and where you're at in your process, that may not necessarily happen. But at this time, it happened for me. Again, I was 6 weeks into prep, I believe. I tailored my calories from 3,300 to about 2,300, so slowly dropped them down. Dropped from 177 to about 165 pounds. I think it was like 165.3. I happened to go over my macros. I don't know if it was just carbs or if it was carbs and fats. But the next day, like I said, I woke up a little lighter on the scale, and based on some photos, a little leaner. So I had, again, at that time, only heard about reverse dieting and read about it and done research. So when you obviously see it kind of happen in front of your own eyes, it's like, okay, well, let's roll with it. So for the next several weeks, all the way into the show, I slowly would add carbs and fats all the way in, again, to the show. I think I got up to about 4,200 something calories. Again, 2,300, 4,200. And on the day of the show, I had dropped to 156.2 pounds. Again, 177 to 165. Started reversing, basically up 2,000 plus calories or so, or a little under, I'm sorry. And then dropped another 9 pounds. And then we take fifth place in Class A men's physique division. 100% natural athlete, flexible dieter. So it was a lot of fun. I had a great experience. The show was run and the event was run, I mean, phenomenal. I can remember the expo was packed. I mean, you literally were like squeezing yourself through, to get through the lanes. I mean, every lane was stacked with people and you're trying to squeeze yourself through. So I can't wait to get out there this year and see everybody, meet new people. Again, I'll be with Find Apparel Company, booth 625. So if you're in the area, I'd love to meet you or love to see you again. Again, this is Dustin with Macros Coach LLC and macroscoach.com.